Testing the speakers on StreamYard. They're working. Have a great show.
Sup, motherfucker?
Do you ever listen to the StreamYard audio song?
I've never heard it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I check it every day. It's a young lady testing the speakers on StreamYard. Sounds like they're working. Have a great show. Oh, that's it.
I want to hear that. That sounds fun.
Settings, audio, and then next to the speaker. You got it. Yeah, let me know what you think.
I like that.
This song's made by Kelsey and Brittany in the StreamYard offices.
I like that a lot. That was like,
that's how I start my day.
It was a lot more joyous than expected.
That's right. All right, what am I doing here? I'm a little washed out. Let me go ahead and take care of that. So congratulations on your sale.
Thanks, buddy.
Sales guy.
This is another big day today. Another day where the victory song might be blaring from Selkovitz' house. But we shall see.
House Selkovitz.
House Selkovitz. I started a tradition long ago, like right around the time graduation came out, of playing Good Life whenever I close a big deal.
Ugh.
Yeah. Stick with it, man. You got to stick with the tradition. Although, you know what I'm thinking about changing it to?
The StreamYard test audio song. I hope.
Well, now, yeah. Could you hear it when I was playing it?
Very little. I could. Yeah, I can tell you're not using headphones, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can't hear it now. I know you can't hear me.
What I'm thinking about changing it to is I gotta do it again now. Gonna do it again. Someone may fall again. Gotta get yourself connected. Writings on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall. Stumble you might fall. You know, I was thinking about making it that one. Or I Can't Wait by the New Shoes from their classic album Poolside. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
The only song that should be legally allowed to be played at parties.
Every other song is an illegal song.
Yeah. You don't need another song. That's the only one that's really necessary.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because I got another one that I think I don't know why I was thinking about this, but the amount I listened to Funky Town a lot when I was a kid. Like I genuinely like that song.
It's not to like.
It's a good that kind of fits where you're going with the ones you're suggesting now.
Yeah.
Like songs that become immediate, like if you listen to them twice, they're annoying.
Yeah.
You listen to it two times and you can't listen to it for another month.
Yeah, but in my case, I listen to this song like once every year, maybe twice if I'm lucky.
Right. Well, there you go. That's perfect.
It's special. Yeah.
So do you blare it just once, or do you just have it on until you get sick of it?
Just once. Okay. One time. And like I like let out my aggression and my all the emotions that had bottled up during this fucking slog.
Does Allison leave the house whenever you do this?
It's interesting because she wasn't here on Wednesday and she's gone again today. So I do think she intentionally, closing day is do not want to be around me. Like, sure. I don't blame her. I'm pacing around the house. Like I'm either frantically refreshing my computer or more than likely something comes up and I'm like railing against the universe because someone is messed something up and it's fucking up my whole shit. And like, I need to get it done. Yeah. Just, it's too stressful. It's very stressful.
Yeah, I don't. I literally don't know how you live that life, but uh,
Yeah.
I respect I
Thank you.
respect you and any other salesperson who do that's impressive.
The good
Just
news
getting over
is,
the line, right?
yeah, and you, I mean, I think you could probably imagine, but like the amount of, like, I'll give you an example. On Wednesday, that deal I was trying to close, I had already routed paperwork for signature, right, to the customer. So we're talking about a terms of service document, which is probably 15 pages long, data privacy addendum, which is another 15 pages, and then like a 5-page service order that have all been meticulously reviewed by both legal teams and back and forth. And I routed them for signature, and the lawyer from the other company was like, hold up, those documents are wrong. There's a comma between MSCI and incorporated. There isn't a comma. Pull all the documents down, edit it, and resend it. So on my end, like, to him, he's like, just change that one little thing. But on my end, I have to take the quote out of approved stage,
Mm,
submit a ticket to have the comma removed, chase down the resource to get them to prioritize my thing, right? And once that's done, 7 approvers who are all important enough at this company to have an approval vote and very busy and have
yeah,
other things going on. So like I waited 7 hours for a quote approval from our CAO on Tuesday, and like I was ready to kill someone.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
Jeez,
So like
man.
that's, so you have that pressure on you when you go through it of like, I have to get this perfect, because if one little thing is wrong, it could push this deal out of this quarter, like out of this
Yeah,
month.
right.
You never know. But luckily one signed and the other one is out for signature. I sent it out last night, like late last night. So
Nice.
I'm hoping today goes a little easier, but it never does.
That's awesome. Well, look, if it's out for signature, it's very unlikely at this stage that it's just not going to happen ever, right?
Oh,
Like it
you'd be surprised. But yeah,
really okay.
typically that's a good sign. Like, we're not putting it out for signature until,
Typically, it's a good sign.
seriously, like
When
I'll give you another example. So yesterday, I'm sorry, Wednesday as well. So this is, now I'm talking about the deal that I'm hoping to close today,
Yep.
which again, the other one we've been working on for 11 months. This one, maybe 9, right? So these are long drawn out processes. The EA of the COO made some comments that were not totally positive. Basically, she said, I didn't like being left out of the evaluation. Like, I want to have my voice. Right. COO goes to the CFO. CFO says, stop the whole thing. That's all it takes. Now we got around that. We got around it. Like we got it. We got her on a call first thing yesterday morning, and like we talked it out. This woman was fantastic. She goes to Steelers training camp in Latrobe every year. We bonded very quickly. But like,
send her an edible arrangements.
she's getting a whole host of stuff today. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. It's like maybe too much. But like, you never know what's going to pop up. You just never know. Right? Like, just think about it. Think about if you were in charge of approving something, but you still have your whole life going on around you, and like, who knows how important that is to you, and like how much you've really thought about it before you actually have to put your signature on the dotted line. Some
Then
people
that's on
prefer
them,
that.
though. You know, man,
Totally. But ultimately,
I'd be
it's on me.
surprised. Well, no, I'd be surprised if you've ever had a deal. If you haven't ever had a deal where nothing goes wrong and everyone understands, they ask a lot of tough questions at the beginning or at the appropriate time, let's just say, right? Whether they're testing and they have questions about that, or whether they have questions about pricing and they ask at the appropriate time
Yeah.
for that. And then you get to the point where like, yeah, we're good. And then it goes smoothly. Does that happen? I assume it does. Maybe it's rare, but it's had to have happened. Here's my point.
Totally a skill thing on the part of the salesperson.
I see. I feel like if I'm taking the time to make a decision on that big of a deal, like
Yeah,
I
something that
take
touches that many people, right?
I I've gotten to the point where I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm just trying to walk through what I would assume these managers have had come up in their careers at some point. If you're that busy, you can't fucking not pay attention to the details before you make your decision on whatever it is, because you can't go back and do it twice. You have to assume that everything that you're looking at, that you've already touched, is correct, because you've already spent the time to go over the details that were important at whatever stage it was, and now you're getting to the approval point. And so I'm trusting that I was not,
I think they're trusting that their team had done it right most of the time, because the signer, I mean, you have more involved signers than others, but typically they're dipping in at the beginning for an introduction and sponsorship, in the middle to hear the business case, and at the end to sign it, right? Or maybe you pull them in if you have a problem or two. But like an experienced salesperson will, number one, they'll know when the signer is ready and when they're not. And they'll know when they need to go back and double check, because they've been burned 100 times before, right? It's just like something you can't just, some people have like a gift of just being able to read people like that. And for the rest of us, it's just experience. But it is, it happens. It's rare, but it happens. I mean, I thought this one was going to, and I actually think the one on Wednesday was an example of that like the comma thing. And there was like a couple other little paperwork snafus. Usually getting the customer signature is the hard part. In this case, it was our internal stuff that was slowing us down. I probably could have had it done on Monday, right? So yeah, the customer, but like after 11 months, they fucking better be, right? There needs to be a confidence that comes with that long of an evaluation.
Yeah. Got it. Well, hopefully today's a big day.
Hopefully, man. That would be great, because like I've planned this all out with paternity leave.
Yeah.
10 weeks.
That's right.
Full pay. So I'm getting commission on paternity leave, whether I have commission owed to me or not. So the wisest move would be to have all commission paid to me before pat leave.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't know if I pointed this out, but this isn't even the end of our quarter today.
Right.
This is my deadline that I want to get these deals in, so that my plan around getting paid on pat leave works.
So if it doesn't happen today, it won't work for pat leave. I mean, you still get if it happens next week, it's still a good thing. But
it's still a very good thing. It actually, I do have a buffer. I built in a buffer.
Okay.
So if a deal closes in June, I get paid at the end of July. If it closes in July, I get paid at the end of August. I go on pat leave beginning of September, right? So I do have that buffer built in. But if this deal doesn't close today, you got 4th of July next week. You lose momentum. Then it's just the basic principle. If they're going to allow anything that pops up in the 11th hour to stop this from happening, are they really there? And what's going to be next? And they're just going to yes and me to death until, it's July 31st at midnight.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So,
now I know why
you're not in this line of work.
Why Allison's not at your house today.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, I absolutely know why I don't do this, but yeah, that's good luck. Hopefully,
are you just the one? Do you feel my anxiety?
I can tell. I mean, you're doing a good job of not presenting it, which is important for all salespeople, I assume.
Yeah,
right? But I can feel it. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure if they watched it, they'd be like, "Oh my god,
this guy's lost his shit.
We can't do business with this guy. He's a maniac."
Yeah. Well, not too far from the truth.
I had a dream last night. Again, right before I wake up for this, I'm always having dreams. I was sleeping the deepest I've slept all night. Right before 6:55 alarm goes off. It was like a great episode of The Office, as a matter of fact. I was writing this episode of The Office in my dream. For some reason, Kevin, Phyllis, and Jim, they could only keep 2 of them
on the show.
Michael in the company, but also kind of on the show, like the 4th wall had been broken.
Yeah.
And Michael didn't want to get rid of anybody, but he had to get rid of those 2. And he was even pitching. He's like, "Hey, let's do a spinoff with Kevin and Phyllis." Like that was a solution, and corporate said no. And so he came up with this competition where one of them was Jim had to compete twice, I guess. I don't know why. He basically had double elimination because Michael liked him better. So the first one was,
he got an extra try.
Yeah, it was a par 3, and him versus Kevin. It hit 9 irons into a green, closest to the pin, kept their job. But before all this happened, this was the next day. And the night before, they were all at the dinner, and it was like this. It was an outdoor area at some kind of fancy-ish restaurant, and everyone at the office sat at one table, and Michael was looking at them, and then looking at another the table next to them was just like a group of good-looking, sophisticated professionals, young professionals, having a good time drinking wine. And then he looked over at his ragtag group of, misfits sitting at the table, and he was disappointed at them. But then he kind of like caught himself, you know what I mean? He also had a Pee Wee Herman costume on. He looked like Pee Wee Herman this entire episode. And so anyway, then Jim was like, "I'm not going to beat Kevin at the par 3 contest." So the next day it was him versus Phyllis in this inflatable obstacle course. And so he practiced all night to like get really good at each of the obstacles. And then I woke up, so I don't know what happened, but
real cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's right.
I couldn't help but jot down a few things you said there.
Yeah.
As a certified dream analyst.
CDA.
I've got my CDA.
You got your CDA at the University of Phoenix.
And I got my CDB as well.
Yeah.
Job anxiety?
There was part of a
Career
job.
Anxiety?
There was a job aspect to it. I was in it. This all took place like near my office, and I was at my desk.
Closest to the pin to keep your job?
I'm not worried about keeping my job.
No, I know. But just the idea of a
competition.
Contest of skill.
Yeah.
Competition, inflatable, whatever. Like it was, you're battling right now.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I'm not going to completely disagree there.
Yeah, it could be something. I don't know. And then like the misfits, like you're looking at a better future, but you're still stuck with the misfits,
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yes, that is obviously not a 1-to-1. I don't view the people I work with as misfits, but yeah, there is something better. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. How about that?
I feel like dreams are trying to tell us something, but they're really bad at it. It's like if Joe Biden was trying to tell you something.
Oh my God.
I feel so bad for him. I really do. Like I feel so sad for a guy who's dedicated his life to public service. Is he good? Is he bad? I have no idea. But I know that at the end of the day, he's probably done more for other people than I have. And he deserves to like have a retirement. We all do. We all deserve some dignity in our old age, right? Not to be trotted out in front of 50 million people. And it's bad.
It was really bad. And he, I understand what you're saying. I don't think that if he wasn't like, "No, I'm definitely doing this and you can't tell me otherwise," people would have been like,
story.
I think if Joe Biden was like, "You know what? I don't know if I got it in me," people were like, "Are you sure? Okay, that's fine. We have plan B, C, and D over here ready to go at a fucking minute's notice. We'd prefer you don't do this."
You really think that was the case?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh,
Who the fuck thinks that's a good idea? that have this
Well, I'll
82-year-old asshole go up there and mumble through the debate. He's
well,
going to
we know
lose
that.
because of this.
Well, of course, we know that now. But let's put ourselves back in the mindset we did before last night. My take on it, and that's interesting because I've never really thought about this, but I just assumed that the Democrats made a data-driven decision. This has data-driven decision making all over it because they don't have a plan, a viable plan B. They have a better optics plan B, but they don't have anybody who has defeated Trump in an election prior. He's already beat him, right?
No,
And
I
they're
know.
looking at polling and it's neck and neck. So they're not going to take their guy who's tied out for Kamala Harris. You kidding me?
They have no, not
She'll
her.
get trounced.
I think they would have
Then who?
started over.
Gavin Newsom?
Anybody. Here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. I don't believe there can't be someone up there to be like, we could pick fucking anybody and stick him up there, because there are a lot of people who just don't want to vote for Donald Trump. Not vote for our candidate, but don't want to vote for him. So let's get somebody. Let's get Gavin Newsom and stick him up there. And he can debate Trump, and that's all that matters. Who cares about policy? Like, no one's going to fucking be like, oh, no, well, Gavin Newsom is going to raise tax on, or he's going to do this or that or whatever.
Well, I think Gavin Newsom might be a little bit too polarizing, but I get your point. You know, I agree with you, but I don't think they do, is what I'm trying to say.
People would feel, here's my point. People would feel way more comfortable voting for anybody other than Joe Biden than they would Joe Biden. There are certain people who watched that shit last night and be like, dude, this guy's fucking 82 now.
Yeah.
We're going to, in 4.5 years, he's going to still be president. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
He talks like this now.
I agree with you. I think that it's becoming borderline irresponsible to vote for him. Right. I think people that do not want to vote for Donald Trump. And I think we've talked about this before, but that's why the RFK thing continues to be fascinating to me. Like, he's going to throw, that's going to be the monkey wrench in this whole election, is how much damage is RFK going to do, especially because he did that debate last night that got like a ton of viewership. I think there were like 7 or 8 million people that tuned in to watch him.
RFK did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said like, if I told you, you'd love this. So, you know, he wanted to be in the CNN debate and was all upset that he didn't. So he got a podium in like a TV studio, and it says The Real Debate behind him. And he just broadcast, I think, himself answering the same questions that the moderator was asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of a clever.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You can like tell he's watching the actual debate, and then he's getting distracted and like saying his answers.
Oh, that's a good question, Jake.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Jake. Excuse me, Jake. I'm not finished. It's a question about, you know.
Do you think they muted his
like,
mic
I'd like to finish my thoughts on Ukraine. Jake, please. Someone hit pause. This is all being recorded. Can we just hit pause on YouTube TV?
I was finishing up work, and I came down like right after the debate has started, and I asked Allison, I was like, "Hey, how's it going so far?" She was like, "Eh." I go, "How does Biden sound?" And she goes, "Mumbly."
Yeah,
and I knew it was
probably the right
over.
word.
It was bad, man. It was bad. Like it seemed like he wasn't well. It seemed like he had a cold because he was like going to his throat a lot and seemed scratchy.
What?
No bueno.
Are there any? I wonder if there are any. What the spin is today.
So yeah, I was talking to Allison last night about that. If I'm the Democrats, here's what I'm thinking. There's a couple of options. Either you leak a story that he's ill, right, and see if that takes, right, or you leak a story that they're going to take him off the ticket and see, or maybe you leak both and see which one gains traction.
So I wonder what happens. That was a question I was talking to Sarah about that. I wonder what happens if they do decide that he's no longer the candidate.
So he'll release his delegates, and because he's not the nominee yet. So at the convention, right, they'll maybe they have like a old-fashioned showdown. But
you know what?
They'll restart. I think that Biden can transfer his delegates to another candidate, but the delegates don't have to accept.
Okay. It's funny because this debate is the earliest debate in the history of presidential elections. It's never happened before the convention, I don't think.
And that
But
was
I know it's the
Biden's
earliest
term.
it's ever happened.
That's correct. That was because
And
that's what Biden wanted.
I wonder if that's one of the reasons. It's like
Thought about that too.
let's not call him the candidate, the official candidate yet. Let's see how he does, and if it doesn't work, then he's gonna. We got to figure out Plan B, because this is. I just don't know how you get that guy. Who is, here's what's funny. Everyone who likes Trump is like super into Trump specifically. They're not necessarily Republicans. They're not whatever.
Right.
They just love him.
Yep.
Which is weird, man. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having a hard on for an adult like that, like those people do.
Especially not that adult, but yeah.
Those are the adults that usually get the people who love them unconditionally. Yeah. Anyway, nobody loves Joe Biden. Nobody's like, oh, Joe Biden's the guy for the job, right? It's just like, he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Period.
And as you said, he's the other option, right? I mean, I'm not confident that they're okay. I guess I never really thought about Biden putting his foot down and demanding to be the nominee. But if that's the case, then you like, does he have that power?
I'd imagine so. And
yeah, he's the president.
Unless the Democratic National Committee is just made up a bunch of fucking kiss asses who are afraid to say, Joe, you're done. Seriously, you're going to be 82 when this election happens.
There was a moment. Go ahead, sorry.
Like you're done. You're out. Yeah. It's been a great run. You said you wanted to be the transitional candidate. This is a perfect way to do it. He's going to run again, and anybody we put up against him is going to win. So we can't take the chance. This is tough talk here, but that didn't happen, of course, because think about that. What other employee at a company goes to the CEO and is like, you're no longer the CEO, right? Like that just doesn't fucking happen.
But yet it happens. But yet boards oust CEOs all the time.
Boards oust CEOs. These guys are all these guys. Politics is even worse, man. Politics is like, what can I do to keep this non-job alive for me?
Right. Which is hysterical when you step back and think about these guys are all just fighting so that they never have to get a real job.
Yeah, I know.
Like if their job
that's my theory.
It's so stressful. Why do you spend half the time ensuring that you can keep it?
Right.
I don't know that they have another person, and I don't know that they have a plan, because if you put people in a room and this is the plan they come out with, I have no faith that those same people would then have built in any kind of safety hatch. So
yeah, we give them way too much credit for being sophisticated. They're not.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're intelligent, educated people, but like, I don't know. Do they really know what people will vote for? Like during the debate, Biden was tweeting, and
Biden was tweeting.
His account was tweeting. Which, number one, that's weird. Why do that?
Yeah.
Why shatter the illusion that he? Of course it's not him, but like let people get excited, right? And two, that was not a time to be bragging. Like it was tweeting out like Donald Trump is morals of an alley cat. And the comments were just unhinged.
The morals of an alley cat. How old are you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
by the way, let's not shade alley cats. They're great. We have some.
Alley cat's a cool term.
It is a cool. I didn't, I never really put it together until I actually saw an alley cat. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. There's a cat that lives in the alley.
That alley's got a cat.
Shit. Yeah. They eat the mice. Let's keep them around.
The mice, probably some rats.
Yeah. Important people. So let's
fight with an alley dog every now and again.
Yeah. If you have alley dogs, you've got probably larger social economic issues.
Right. Alley cats are really a charming addition to the city.
Right.
Alley dogs mean there's probably a water and food
Yeah,
shortage.
right. There's dogs that live, maybe wild dogs in the mountains, that's a possibility. But when you have dogs running amok in your city, there's definitely some sort of you know some sort of issues.
Hey,
Maybe
do you think there's still like packs of wild dogs roaming?
yeah,
Where?
I
Where?
do. So there's a
Like
breed of
small
dog
dogs?
called a no. I don't think they're big dogs, but I think, and I'll tell you where I'm going with this. There's a breed of dog called Carolina dog, and they live in the North Carolina, I think South Carolina. They're like reddish, and it's documented that there are wild dogs out there and they call them Carolina dogs. Our friends adopted a dog. They didn't know what it was. And someone told them, it's like, that's you know what that is? That's a Carolina dog.
So it was a wild dog.
It was. I mean,
So by
they
adopted,
must
you
have found.
mean we're complicit in the kidnapping of a wild animal?
Yeah, they went out there to North Carolina, trapped a
Someone
bunch of
did.
dogs, killed all but this one, and then came home with.
Well,
this
no,
one
I'm
dog.
saying in order for this dog to be rescued,
Yeah,
it would have had to have been under someone's ownership at some point. But if this is a
Well,
wild dog, we're just talking about kidnapping.
I think this dog was found on the side of the road, kind of thing, and they
Strayed too
grabbed
far from the pack.
a puppy, or whatever. It just was abandoned. And they found it, and these two adopted it. It's a dog. It's like a cat. This dog does not care about you. It's very chill. Like, it's a very cool dog. Loves being outdoors, but it is not like a how do I please my owners kind of dog at all.
Dogs from the streets, man. That dog was raised. They didn't give a shit what you need. He's just trying.
It's a very cool dog, but it's very, like, it doesn't eat all of its food. It kind of just eats until it's like, it's weird, but it's very.
What do you mean it doesn't eat all? Oh, it like grazes like a cat.
Yeah.
That is very cat-like.
And it'll play, like it'll chase a ball.
I'm trying to think. I've seen dogs that do that. I've seen dogs that also eat like that. It's weird, where like they just always have a bowl of food out for them.
Yeah, here, I'll show you a picture of Carolina.
If you left a full bowl of food out, they'd be fucking dead in a week, maybe less.
I know.
What kind of dog is that? That's a Carolina dog.
Yep.
Carolina. You got a North Carolina dog, South Carolina dog.
One of these. It's a little more furry than this. It's obviously a mix.
It's a cool looking dog.
Maybe some sort, but
yeah, it looks like a great dog. I mean, it would be a kind of a terrifying thing to stumble upon a pack of them wild.
Right.
Like, it looks
it's
friendly enough, but it also looks like it could hang.
That's a good picture of what their dog's older, but that's now, but that's a good picture of what they look like. Yeah, they're big enough that you would not want to.
All right, so you're on a hiking
6 or 7
trail.
of them.
You're hiking by yourself in Appalachia or anywhere, and a juvenile panther. So the size of a panther, the size of that dog, hasn't full grown yet, but not a baby. Starts tracking you, all right? And it's coming time where you can't. It's just got you. It's focused on you. You don't see a parent around anywhere. You don't see mom around anywhere. But you can't go any way but through it. And you've got to square up. What's your strategy?
You got to break the legs. I actually read that. It's like, if you ever get attacked by a wolf, you got to break the legs. You got to go for the legs.
Wolf, that makes sense because their legs are like stilts.
I think wolves have. Well, look, I don't know that there's much. For the sake of this argument, let's not assume that this panther's legs are any different of a build than a wolf, which I think is probably close to accurate. I think you
What are
can
you,
probably
insane?
break both legs. I'm not talking about breaking like removing their legs. I'm talking about like at their knee, just bend it the wrong way.
No. That's not the
Look,
thing it's the leg thing that bothered me. Wolves have very long legs.
so do panthers and cougars.
Nah, not like that. Look at them. They look like they're on stilts.
Show a fucking cougar then. I mean, what do you think? They're stout? They're not.
No, but this is a full-grown cougar. I'm talking about a dog-sized
That's
cougar.
right. So it's less than that.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Actually,
I'm
the
not-
legs are. I highly underestimated the legs of this cougar, and I'm sorry, cougars out there. Please accept my apologies.
Look, I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that's your only chance. What are you going to do? Poke in the eyes like a fucking Three Stooges?
I just want to have this up while you're going through your strategy.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I think there is a less than 10% chance you survive something like that. Number one,
Even a juvenile.
yeah, I think you got to get real lucky. I think you got to hit it in the eye.
Well, if you get your hands on it as it lunges to you, if you're quick enough to get your hands on it, like you're going to slam it to the ground. If it's
Ideally,
like 20 pounds, you know.
But it's not just like you get your hands on it and it stops. Like it's gonna rear up and use its back legs to with claws to kick you and swipe you. Like it's not gonna be pretty. And
look at the beefy shoulders on this thing.
I know.
Or haunches.
It's not something that I hope ever happens, right? Of course, but I think your chance is you got to go for the eyes or you got to break its legs. And if you can accomplish that, you got to break more than one leg, right? It'll chase you down with three, but maybe it'll be
break it like snapping it,
like a twig. Yeah, it's the idea.
Damn.
But like again, how easy is that?
I don't know. Maybe you read it because it's like one of their vulnerabilities.
I assume it wouldn't be hard to do. Like I'm sure if there was one that was dead and you walked up to it and tried to break its leg, it'd be fine. It wouldn't be that hard. But how do you
lot less
one that's trying to kill
scenario.
you?
Right.
How do you do that?
I mean,
I don't know.
You don't.
Here's the answer. Stay out of the fucking Appalachian Trail.
Yeah. Don't hike by yourself and bring a gun. Those are all solutions.
Guns, I think, are good for those types of animals, but I was talking to a guide who was talking about bears, and he's like, don't even shoot your gun at a bear because it'll just piss it off.
Pistol?
A
pistol?
Forget it.
Wow.
It will.
Unless you had like a 45
bear.
or 40 caliber, or it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, he said guns, a shotgun maybe, but who's hiking with a shotgun?
Crazy.
He's like, don't, you got to have bear spray. That's what gets them annoyed enough to leave you alone.
I get it. I would feel much more comfortable with both.
Sure.
Like I get that a ranger would tell me that, but like at the end of the day, that gun, if I shoot a bear in the head, it's not going to just get pissed off. It's going to die.
There's skulls. Yeah, he said,
and
he mentioned that
6 times, it's definitely going to die.
Maybe. If you can get 6 shots off at a bear, and you can hit a bear with a pistol that's charging at you. I mean, that's the other thing.
Right. Yeah. Not easy.
Not an easy thing. These aren't huge animals. Like this cougar is pretty small. It's a small target.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you're not exactly cool.
If it goes up, you've got to.
If a bear goes up like that, it's close enough to you that it's you may have. I don't know, man. You're not like aiming down the barrel,
squeezing the trigger, and make peace with your God.
Like, yeah, no, I got you. It's fucking 4 feet away from you. You're like, yeah, just hold still for a second.
Man, I've seen so many videos of bear close calls, or I saw one the other day where there was a bear in a kitchen at some like log cabin family chili restaurant. We make the best gumbo. and they were all laughing because the bear like had gumbo all over his mouth, like around the outside of his mouth, and
It was one of those types of bears.
he had come in through a back door from the kitchen, which was still
Yeah.
open, and then he starts to leave, and around the corner comes this little lady with a fresh fucking full pot of gumbo, and turns the corner into the kitchen and comes face to face with a bear.
I saw
And
that.
no one in this restaurant, like, you saw that?
Yeah, I did.
Why
was
didn't
like,
anyone yell like,
"Whoa!"
yeah, but like, and
I
the
know.
bear charged her.
Yeah.
Those people should be put in prison.
Don't scare a bear.
That was
That's
crazy.
the rule number one. Have you ever encountered a bear?
No, I've never seen. The only time I've seen a bear was golfing, like up on the hillside in the mountains, and like I had to
Yeah.
zoom my phone in all the way. That was the closest I've ever got.
That's fine. You don't really want to
Have
get
you
much
seen one?
further than that. Yeah, Appalachian Trail. A few of them, as a matter of fact.
And pick the one out on the array that you saw.
They were all black
Point
bears.
to the one who
None
harmed
of
you.
those. The one who harmed me.
Yeah. Show us in this
Black
photo
bears.
array. So like this guy.
None of those. Yeah, it was smaller than that. Yeah, but that's what it looked like. We did see one that was a little.
Ooh, me?
Hey. We walked around the corner on the trail, and there was a bear, and we kind of scared it. It seemed like a juvenile. We didn't get far from it. It was 15 feet, and it scampered off.
Were you packing?
Look, here's the thing. They don't want to fuck with you, right? They don't. They're just not that type of animal. They're not out hunting people.
No, it's just you got to worry about moms with their cubs, because
and we
they don't
saw
know that we're harmless.
We got into one situation that we thought might be that, which was a problem. We at one point heard at the same time we heard something behind us but we didn't see anything behind us, but we saw ahead of us cubs in a tree climbing down, and we were like, oh no. Like that's the worst possible situation, right? Where you're physically in between a mother and her cubs. It turned out that wasn't the case. The mother was near the cubs, and they all went down and they ran away. Like they didn't, even in that situation, and we were probably 30 feet from them. But it was like, oh no. So in any case.
You were packing?
Yeah. It was on the Appalachian Trail. We spent 2 nights.
No. You were packing heat?
Oh no. I didn't have a gun. I don't know.
You didn't have any BS?
I have a bear whistle. That's about it. Let everyone know where to find my body.
Come to this sound. I'll be dead in a few minutes.
They're actually on. I don't know if you have any sort of like outdoor backpack. But
I've never gone backpacking. I've gone camping a bunch of times, but never backpacking.
Got it. It's fun.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think it's cool. Just one of those things I never got around to doing, but it seems like something I'd like a lot. If nothing else, for all like the fun gadgets and stuff.
Yeah, the gear's cool, but you need to go. You need to be invited to go with someone who knows what they're doing. Same people with the Carolina dog, as a matter of fact, are the ones.
I wouldn't venture out there on my own for the first time. I mean, because you're going out for several days and living out of that backpack, because that's what you're referring to, right?
Yeah, just 2 nights, so 3 days essentially.
When was the last time you went 2 nights without knowing? Well, I guess you brought food, I'm assuming, right? Or did you?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't plan to. We didn't plan to catch and kill anything.
Yeah,
we brought.
Some people do that. You ever watch that show Alone?
Yeah, is that the one where they drop them off in British Columbia somewhere? And
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it's a good show. Of all the survival, of all the survival shows, that's probably the best one.
It's really a show about like human psychology. It's about how long and how crazy you go when it's just you, right?
It's the people who win are all sociopaths who just.
It's either that or like
start their new life out there.
It's a fine line, isn't it? Between
there was
very well adjusted and demented.
I don't remember what season it was, but the guy he called his residence Rock House. He like had names for everything by the time he ended up winning.
Yeah.
And they always reveal that they won by bringing a family member.
Yeah.
And this guy was at this point, I mean, it was almost the end of the winter. I think he was there for 100 days. I think that was the challenge. You had to be there for 100 days.
No, it's the
So
alone
it
is
was
like
almost
last man standing.
well, this was alone,
That's
but
the
it
other
was like
aspect.
you right, and you don't know. That's
you
what's
don't know.
crazy is you don't actually know how long you need to go. So anyway, this guy, he made it to 100 days and he won. And they were like, okay, and then so they brought his sister out, was the person to tell him he won, and you could just tell that when they saw each other, he's like, oh hey, she's like, hey, congrats, you won the thing. You could just be like, we have some things we need to talk about.
Yeah. He hasn't.
And he was
seen
like,
another
yeah,
human
yeah, they weren't like super excited to see one another.
in
Like
3
this guy
months.
was completely estranged from his family because he was weird enough that he would spend 100 days in the woods by himself.
Yeah, and be fine.
Yeah, he's like, ah. I mean, he could have made it. He could have just lived there. I mean, it was almost the end of the winter, so it was going to get easier for him, and he was already comfortable.
And he's like, "Oh, it's you. Hey,
how's
are you doing here?"
everything?" She's like, "Yeah, no, that's good." And then they usually
Congratulations.
show the winner with their family back at home. They show up and like show a party or throw, like some celebration. There wasn't one. It was just he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna head back to I don't know, he lived in Montana or something. By the way, let's talk about this. There's flooding right now. Do you see all that?
No, where by you?
Like, no, in South Dakota. And I gotta be honest, floods in South Dakota are a 0 out of 10 on my natural disaster scale. I am so disinterested in anything that happened in South Dakota from a natural disaster standpoint.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even know about it.
It's on the news. They're trying to make it happen. I don't care. Minnesota flooding. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You saw your grass got watered. Jeez.
Sorry, your above ground pool is now easier to access.
Yeah, sorry, your above ground pool got bigger.
Oh, that sucks.
My friend was like, he's like, oh, I hope all the rocks and coyotes are okay. Yeah.
Whatever. Mount Rushmore made it out all right.
Yeah. Sorry, your fields are watered. Obviously making light of it. But that's there's nothing there. In that picture, it's like perfect. There's one house.
Right by Cherapa Place.
Yeah.
This is downtown South Dakota.
City center. Downtown South Dakota. Great name.
This is the financial district right here.
That's the financial district and the arts and entertainment district.
Yeah, this is the arts district here. This is the promenade.
The promenade.
I mean, this would suck though. Yeah. Is that ice? No, sandbags. What a good they did.
No, obviously.
Oh no, that is snow. This must be from a different time.
Yeah, it's I'm obviously making light of it, but yeah, it would suck to have your own house flooded for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
From a macro perspective,
but it would suck to have your life destroyed and all your things ruined.
Yeah, just so we're clear.
You want to play some hockey?
Yeah, you want to try it?
Yeah. I like playing hockey.
especially now that it's just madness. We never know what's going to happen.
I feel very badly that your shit sucks now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, here we go. Number 1.
You want me to share?
Browser. That's good. That's great. Oh,
Sure.
I just got an ad from opera.com, and it's asking me whether I am ready to play the game.
Yeah, there. I just popped
Opera
up when I
game.
opened NetPlay.
Fucking hell, man. That's too bad.
I'm still nail shirt in his
Nail shirt. Oh yeah,
no, that must have been what we did last time. Yeah, dude, it's every time you touch the mouse. If you don't touch the mouse, it's fine.
I kind of want to play this opera game. It keeps telling me I'm ready to.
Okay.
All right, I'm not touching the mouse. I'm done with the mouse.
Done with the mouse. Okay, you should be all right now.
Let's go.
Do you want to be player 1? Would you prefer to be player 1?
No, go ahead.
I was last time.
Oh, so I need to share my screen then.
We'd have to go through the NetPlay again. Yeah, you want to go through that, or just keep it as is?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
So I'll create a room.
Yep. Let me get out of this NetPlay. Quit room.
There we go.
South Dakota. I can't remember what nail shirt is.
It must have been, it must have been the escape room.
Nail
All right,
shirt.
so you share. Here, I'll share my screen. That's fine.
You sure that not going to mess you up? Okay.
I don't think so. Oh, it will at this point. Can you share yours?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I would need to restart everything.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Good.
Can see it, can hear it. All right, let's play Ottawa. Let's try that.
I'm down. Or do you want to? Yeah. Okay.
I need, for some reason, my controls are not what they should be. Fucking hell, I got to redo all these.
Sergey on the right, Roenick on the left, Fleury in the center.
Sure. All right. I just had to update my. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Shall we?
Yep.
Volume good?
Volume is good.
What are the buttons on this game? I don't even remember. Nicely done.
I think. Hold on. I need to.
Just use your momentum.
Yeah, I have. I actually didn't even shoot that. I have them messed up. Button 1 needs to be this, and button 2 needs to be this. Okay. I think this is right now. Ah, Sergey. Phil is my father. There he is. Thank you.
Because my biological didn't bother. Took me from a boy to a man. How about Bronny and LeBron?
How did they not realize that they were both going to have to be in the same shower after games and shit? And how that would be a reason enough to not want to play basketball together.
Well, in fairness, they, Dad's obviously seen to make it at this point. Probably not in a few years, but They seem like a very close family.
So yeah, I mean, maybe is your point that they're just going to get it over with before then?
Yeah, my point is like I don't see that as. I think there's like far weirder things that will happen between the two of them than that. Like he's an NBA player on the road. If he sees him in the shower and that's as bad as it gets, he's made it out all right.
Yeah, fair enough. God damn it, Chris. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean,
I think it's cool.
I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? That's what I say.
I think it's cool that a father, and I think LeBron's like an awesome guy, and I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for Bronny.
Hopefully he makes the team, right? Is the issue that he's not that really that good?
Yeah, I think I saw that he was like the 55th ranked person in the class. So he got picked around where he maybe a little ahead of where he should have.
I think it was the 55th pick. Yeah, so maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he really? That's cool.
Yeah. 55th or 56th. Yeah.
Did you score that or did I?
I did.
That's so funny, dude. I thought I was controlling it the whole time. We picked the exact same pad. That's so weird. Like I could have sworn that was me controlling it. And I did the exact same thing you did. So, and it wasn't until after the goal that I was like, why can't I control this guy? That's how long we were dialed into the same movements.
Yeah, nice goal. Good tight spaces goal.
Yeah. Remember when Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. played together and he stole that pop-up from him? Stole that pop-up from his dad?
That pops up as a that shows up as a Instagram little clip every once in a while.
It's a great Instagram clip. Do you watch it every time?
Every time.
That's the second icing I've saved, I think.
Yeah, I know. They've already had 2.
Yeah.
They're
dumping the puck out of the zone. That first LeBron to Bronny alley-oop in the summer league or whatever, if LeBron plays that, which he probably will now, it'll be pretty cool.
No way he will.
You don't think?
No. Summer league? You kidding? That guy's 40 years old.
I mean, I play
he needs to.
Once a week now, and like, so now the twice a week gym that I'm going to is done for the year. The school's over.
Okay.
We were playing in the school. So now I got invited to another gym, which is actually really cool. It's a gym where like Kyrie and Kevin Durant have worked out before. And one of the guys reserved it from 8:45 to 10:30 on Tuesday nights. But he like handpicked the players. So I'm honored to have been made the travel team. But I'm not like I'm certainly skilled enough, but my body just can't keep up with these guys. And I'm trying. Okay. Like I'm really trying.
Yeah. This is where it's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is where your injury is going to happen. You're really trying.
That's right.
It's the worst
thing.
Well,
when I say that, I mean like, you know, I'm picking to play defense instead of offense because I have to choose.
That's right.
There actually is a guy that kind of looks like me that just fractured his rib.
Fractured his rib?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
There's some big guys who play, and he caught an elbow.
Oh,
like you'd be surprised at the size of the people that play. There's some big guys, like a few guys who are 6'8" and above.
That's a recipe for a trip to the ER.
That's right.
It'll be a trip to the ER, but it won't be bad enough that you have to go immediately. That's what my prediction is. Like the next day, you're going to go to the emergency room.
That's probably accurate.
Right to him.
Ooh.
Nice.
Spicy one. Thank you. A lot more creative goals today than our standard scores. Must be that we're a little rusty.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to feel. I think my controlling here is not
on point.
I think I'm stuck down at the bottom of the screen again.
Ooh, you just had a goal. Nice.
You're
back.
I don't know what's going on. I guess, yeah.
That was a nice tight spaces goal, as you say. I love this game. I really do. I've missed playing it.
I know. I kind of at this point want to see.
You're
nice.
You're negative on it.
I'm negative on this experience.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
You get it? Do I have to explain it to you?
No, you don't have to explain it. I understand. I think now is the time, Richard, where you have to make a tough decision and go with the controller.
It's not the controller, bitch.
Well, then why don't I have the issues?
I'm not having the issues today, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not having the full screen issues. I do feel like
maybe it's just sharing your screen that was tripping you up.
Maybe.
We actually did pretty well there, 16 to 40 or 16 to 20. Not a lot of face-offs won by our captain here.
I feel like I'm a little my ping. I feel like my ping is not.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Are ping golf clubs still considered among the best?
Yes. I guess. They're one of the big ones.
I haven't seen a ping.
I have a ping driver.
In a while. Do you?
Yeah.
Does it make a ping when you hit it?
It goes ping. Ping. No, it goes tailor-made. That's what it says. That's what it's weird. You would think.
I wish my driver did that when I swung. Tailor-made. Callaway.
Callaway. Oh, that was fancy.
Yeah. Trying to impress
you.
So
a story that I'm following, and I know you probably don't follow these as closely as I do.
Nice shot. You finally had a breakaway, and he just fired it on the goal.
Yeah.
The lane's clean.
Do you know who Dr. Disrespect is?
Yeah. I did see a headline about he got some kind of bad news on the stream.
So, quick backstory, and I watch streamers, and he's one of the bigger ones. And I actually found him.
I know who he is.
I feel like he's an entertaining guy. He's our age.
Yeah,
which helps.
Dude.
So in 2020, he got banned from Twitch permanently and immediately. And
what did he do?
Well, he claimed he didn't know, right? And then he came back on YouTube, and he's been streaming there for the last 3.5 years.
Okay.
And no one knew. He claimed that he got, it was settled. There was a settlement with Twitch, and he got paid out. It was whatever. An old Twitch employee said a week ago today, just sent a kind of a cryptic tweet, and he was like, he got banned because he was sexting with a minor through the Twitch system.
Oh boy.
And as you can imagine, that started a lot of stuff.
People had some opinions on that.
And he released a brief statement after that. He's like, there was no wrongdoing. I got paid out on my Twitch contract. There, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing, any of this or that. And so he came back, and he actually tweeted on Monday, or he streamed on Monday of this past week. And he's like, I'm not going to go into it. This has all been, we've talked about this. I don't care about what anyone else is saying at this point. We've established that there was no wrongdoing or this and that, whatever. And during that stream, you could tell he got a text message. He was playing Elden Ring, and it was, he was his usual whatever self. I saw it, by the way. I didn't watch this.
And arrogant, right? That's this shtick.
Yeah, it's like like a professional wrestler kind of playing video games,
playing the heel.
And I wasn't watching this. I just saw the replays of it. And he got a text message off screen. You could tell he's reading something. Then he basically started ending his stream, or way earlier than he was planning to.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to take an extended vacation, and I'm going to step away. He had a game studio that he co-founded. They were developing some game. And he's like, I think I might even take a step away from from that for a while, and I'm going to take it. I just want to get off social media and
He
whatever.
said
And
this
then he ended his
immediately after
stream.
getting the text.
Yeah. And after that, he then posted a longer thing on Twitter about like, did I text a minor? Yes. Did it go? He didn't say anything about like, I didn't know she was a minor. Right.
He didn't say that.
Which he did not say that. And obviously, if that was the case, you would say that immediately. Be like, listen, I didn't realize she was a minor. Like, it's just creepy, and it's creepy anyway. But once I found out she was a minor, I cut off all communication immediately.
Of course, he must know that there's evidence that clearly states the obvious.
That's right. And right after that, his game studio. I know. Right after that, his game studio dropped him, which was weird. But he mentioned like, I'm going to step away from them. He's like, no, they're going to step away from you. They're just waiting for you. They're giving you a half an hour to get off stream before they announce it. Yeah, dude, it's I obviously I don't mess with. I'm done watching that guy. I don't fucking need to. I'm not around.
Is he facing criminal charges?
No, but apparently there's still an ongoing investigation about it.
So I don't know the laws, but I obviously it's illegal. But like, what is do you know anything about the penalty for not just sexting, but like if it never went farther than that? Is it jail time?
I don't know. I don't know. I think so, right? Like, what about?
I would assume it is.
All those dudes on those Chris Hansen shows.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I know they get arrested. I just don't know what happens to them afterwards because a lot of times they come back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously they get out of jail at some point, right? Because then you got to register as a sex offender, and then right, you get forever.
Imagine if he had to say that on his streams, like at the beginning of every stream.
Oh, I tried to check you.
That's all right. Hi, I'm Dr.
Yeah, at the beginning.
I'm a registered sex offender. Let's start the stream.
Yeah, that is
rough,
dude. I don't know how nice block. I don't know how you fuck that up.
Well,
there's got to be an. I mean, yeah.
He just did it. I mean, it's like one of the only things he could have done that would have ended his career, like immediately.
Yep. That's right.
Right. I mean, maybe if he killed someone, but even then, people could probably learn to live with it.
They could justify it somehow.
Yeah, a minor, like it's just there's no recourse, especially if you knew. Do you know how minor we're talking? Not that it matters.
Nope. No.
I mean, there's a big difference between 17 and 13. Although not if you're a guy our age.
There's not. Yeah, he was. I think that when this happened, it was like 2017, and so that's why he got banned from Twitch in 2020. And
yeah, I mean, it's just. I don't know if it's like a power thing or like I'm famous, I can do whatever I want thing, or if it's like a genuine yearning for the youth, which they're all disturbing. Those are all disturbing reasons. But
yeah,
it's just like, I feel like you see it so much and I don't understand.
I don't get it. Yeah, remember when the Olsen twins? There was always that.
Yeah,
creepy,
that was weird too.
It was a different time. People were like, "Oh, I can't wait till the Olsen
we were younger,
18."
Like,
yeah, but still,
you're 19 saying that, but it's still weird.
I do agree that has something to do with it, but it's just fucking creepy, man. It really is.
Yeah.
I can't wait till she turns 18. Shut the fuck up, dude.
There was a website with a countdown. It's like, ugh.
Oh, I don't remember that, but Jesus.
Oh, there was a countdown website, so they turned 18. Like, what happens when the countdown hits 18? What does that mean you're going to do? Horrible. Look at this.
Yeah,
only missed 5 shots.
Yeah, we're actually playing okay.
Yeah. Should talk about.
So anyway, that's the news of the day. I'm like I said, I'm done watching that guy, man. I don't need to. There are plenty of other weird dork streamers that I can watch and be entertained. that
No,
don't
but
do
he's an
that
entertaining
shit.
guy. I get it.
He is,
Just
but I'm interested
why
in
do
the
these people
story.
fucking ruin it for us? Yeah, I get it. Oh,
I know.
uh-oh.
Did you get full
No,
screen?
I'm good. I'm good. But I bumped my mouse with my arm. But like, yeah, you screw up one time and that you're in an ad. You're in another window real quick. You guys want to mess up? You want to see
I
what
just
messing
got
up
one.
looks like?
I didn't
Being
touch
in
my
an ad
mouse
real
and
quick.
it happened.
Well, did your screen go black and it said click the keyboard to resume?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Just
right.
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Maybe I didn't bump
I
my
think
mouse.
it's time based. I didn't hit the mouse. I didn't hit the trackpad.
It just happened again to me.
Yep, same here.
Oh, fuck. Pass it if you can, G.
Pass it if you can. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
It's asking me to download Opera video game.
Get that Opera video game, bro.
Now I'm stuck. Okay, now my guy's going up. Watch this.
Night at the Opera.
Watch
Flurry.
Watch Theo up.
Go get him, Theo.
I can't. I'm at the Opera game just came back up.
Is it called Night at the Opera?
Here goes Phil. I'm not even touching. I got my hands off the keys. I'm just gonna shoot.
Nice. That was pretty good, actually. For a paralyzed play, that was pretty good. Woo! That was really good. All right, are you back?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna watch this replay while you figure your shit out. Look at this. First of all, the interception of the pass was excellent. Nope, I'll take that. You want it?
Fly.
Nope, I'm going this way. Now I'm going to pause. Now I'm going this way. Nope. Beep.
That's a tough goal to score with him.
Yeah, narrow. Look at that little
He
narrow
misses those
alley.
a lot.
Yeah. All right. Nope, you're still charging.
We'll see. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
I just hit left and right. I didn't hit forward.
So you don't
We're
even
gonna
have
see how many
control
goals
of
I
your
can score.
player?
Like, I don't. No, he always goes up. I can switch. If I hit down, he stops. But I can't actually go any other. I can't go not up. I can't go down. I don't know how to fix this.
Huh.
Here he goes. Come on, Sergey.
Well, you're going the right direction. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, that's your second goal.
I know. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep trying to win the
impressive.
face-off to myself. No, keep
All right,
switching
I'll
to guys who
focus
just.
on D.
Yeah. Oh, now it
All right,
works.
you got it. Yeah. I
Now
was
that-
gonna say you
some-
weren't going straight up.
God damn it, Jeremy.
Jeremy. That was a selfish
You
shot.
guys got plans for the 4th?
Yeah, so we've started this tradition where we go to this hotel in Jersey City. We book a room there for the night, and they have this rooftop. The fireworks in New York City are going to be on the Hudson River for the first time in a decade instead of the East River. So,
Okay.
and the river closer to Jersey rather than the river closer to Brooklyn. So that's what we're doing. And Sid in the City's back.
Yep.
Can you believe it's been a year since she was here for her ballet school?
They grow up so fast.
I know. She's a teenager now, man. She's freshly bat mitzvahed,
That's right.
and she's the best. So her whole family's going to be here, and they're coming with us. Shira's going to come. It'll be nice. What about you?
Nice. That's cool. We have on the 4th itself, we have friends whose their parents kind of live in rural Maryland, and they got a lot of space out there, and he does this fireworks show. So they have a big party.
Nice.
We'll drive up there.
Nice.
Tell you what.
A lot of people.
Yeah, 50 or 60 probably.
So I'm thinking 50, 60 people, a little bit of drinking, a little bit of fireworks set off by those same people. What could go wrong?
Perfect. Yeah, right. It's funny because he disappears. He has like he has a big garden, and he kind of sets them off from behind it, but he does them in different, not all at once. So he'll run back. He'll go back there with a handful of fireworks, and then all of a sudden he comes running out. And then a couple bottle rockets.
Then it's
go off.
showtime.
Yeah, and then that
That's pretty
happens
cool.
over and over. we used to be we used to be at the beach on July 4th. We're not going this year. But the year I was sick, we didn't go to the beach on July 4th. And we stayed downtown, right? We lived right in the middle of the city. Dude, it was terrible. It was like
Why?
very unfun. People were shooting off fireworks in the street, like blowing up. We were on the 7th floor. They were exploding like out our window, which was cool for the first time. But then it was like 4:00 in the morning, and this was still
You mean
going
people, like just random people were just firing off in the middle of the city?
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you see those videos of New York of like people shooting fireworks at each other
Yeah.
and stuff. Like that's what was happening.
That happened when we were in Hoboken, because it was around the time where you're talking about, people were shooting fireworks like at the police a lot. So it was every night. It sounded like we lived in Beirut. It was like Fallujah Boken. And you hear,
What
you
is this?
can't really tell fireworks. They sound like gunshots, and when they're random,
do.
you just, I don't know. It was weird.
It's unsettling,
Yeah, it's
for sure.
unsettling.
And that it just went on and on and on. And you're like, all right,
Yeah.
we got to not be. I don't think it's going to be that bad here where we live now, but there it was almost like, let's not be in the city next year during July 4th.
Ooh. It's a fancy one.
This is turning up to be a decent game here.
It's a shutout, man.
Chris
56.
Chelios.
Chelios has had a hell of a game. I predict Chelios to be second star.
I feel like the top guns here are not having a great game.
One last try to fire it down from the blue line. Hey man, 56-0. I guess
that is a
Chelios
top
second star.
TGs.
What was our record again?
Very many
16?
shots. I bet our shooting percentage was really good.
This is
I feel
probably
like
our
the
best
shots
shooting
we
percentage ever.
Missed the goal.
Our best shooting percentage ever, and I don't understand why. Or maybe not. We trailed off a little. We missed 11.
Yeah.
You rallied back with the face-offs. Nicely done. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you there?
Yeah.
It seemed like it got glitchy.
Yeah. This is the only stats we're going to be able to review.
I might be able to get there.
Maybe you can.
No, I can't. You're gone.
Well, we'll never know how well Fleury did, but
is that true? Can you not hit?
Yeah, I can't. I'm locked out.
We're all locked out.
All locked out.
Good luck closing that deal.
Thanks, buddy. It's I'll let you know if it comes in. You'll hear a good life plan from your house.
Oh, do you want to see something? I'll show you something.
Yeah, I'd love to see something.
Get back into the things.
How long this port is for the controller that I use. It's very long.
Oh, video file. Perfect. If I can do this. Okay. Can you see that and hear it?
Yeah. Is this the video you took?
I did. So
okay.
I went to, maybe we didn't talk about this. Let me set the stage first.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I went to, when I was in Ireland one night, and the people that we saw are the same people that we went, that have the Carolina dog, the same people that we went hiking with.
Carolina dog.
I used to go to a lot of shows with them. And we went to we're just like, let's pick a band. Sarah had flown back. And you're like, yeah, let's just go check out a concert venue and see who's there. Right. And we'll just go. And we went to go see this bill that made no sense. It was clearly hey, it's the night before a holiday. We just got to put a show on. The first act was a woman who played guitar, like a singer-songwriter. She sat down, she played the guitar. She had a great voice, but it was very like melancholy and kind of almost like a kind of downer lyrics. And then the second band, I use the term loosely, was this guy called Julia Louise Knife Fist. Which I assume is a play on Julia Louise Dreyfus.
I think that's the same.
His name was Julia Louise Knife Fist. And and this is how he started the show. I put together a little montage. It's a 40-second montage of what happened.
I can't wait.
I had
to
a
see
feel.
this.
I was just like, I gotta film this because I think.
Oh, that's the artist. That's a mic cord I'm seeing.
That's him. He's laying.
Okay.
These are the 8 people that were there.
Okay.
By the way, we'll watch it a couple times, but this mullet, you can't see my pointer. The mullet of the guy on the left, farthest left, is one of the best mullets I have ever fucking seen, and he was not wearing it, ironically. This is mullets are
No more preamble. I need to see this.
okay. So I'm just gonna play it through 40 seconds. Okay. This was a 35-minute performance. This is what happened. Wait, can you not hear that? Hang on. I see.
I don't see it playing.
Okay. And tell me you can hear that, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right.
We will change when we come from a place where trust rules supreme. I was tired of my lady. We've been together too long.
It was the most chaotic thing.
It was a song and dance man, I see.
He's a
but not performing any of the songs. Just
he did one out of all those that you saw. There was one that he was actually singing. It wasn't this one.
I need to watch it again. There was a lot to take in.
Yeah, right. What? Just look at the people standing around.
Yeah, I'm also wondering, like, why the hell are you there? But let's move on from that.
Yeah, we were just looking for a show to go to. This was a venue that had a show. We were like, let's just check it out.
Yeah, live music is fun. We do that too.
I mean, so look at the mullet guy. He was the second opener.
No, I mean, was this his first song?
Yeah, this is 10 seconds into his performance. He jumped off the stage and crawled around on the ground for 30 seconds.
Hold on. Wait, something wrong?
Can you not hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh. He's singing here.
That one, yeah, okay. I will say this: he does have the look, like he's got something. He's like the first thing I was thinking of was this is a guy who other people in his life have said, like, you're a really entertaining guy. You don't need to actually sing the songs. Just go out there and entertain. That's what the people want. And he took that to heart.
He was standing in front of me while the first opener was playing. And as soon as she said, hey, this is my last song, thanks for listening, he left. And he had a girlfriend who they were making out. I assume it was his girlfriend. And he said, you could almost be like, hey, I got to go get changed. And then he came out wearing these fishing boots, shorts, and whatever this is around his head.
Yeah.
And during this song, he was making out with the Wheelan sign in the background for most of it. I didn't get a good enough video to use that part. I like the stomping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. And then right to the mic.
And then now
Now,
he's
where
down
is he
there.
in that?
That's
Oh,
he's right in the middle of the
his head.
screen.
Okay.
He took his mask off.
Right. I love this part. This is my favorite. This is my
The
favorite.
Barbie girl song. it's
Yeah, man,
he-
that's
so
something.
he started that. He's like, I don't have enough time to play all my songs, so I'm going to play them faster. And he increased the temp. He had like a little sample machine. It's the hell of a song. He's like, I gotta speed them all up so I can get them in. And then he kept restarting the Barbie girl song. At one point, he got off stage. He just hit play on a song and it was just noise. And he got off stage and came out into the crowd basically, and just like up next to another guy and he just was looking at the crowd, like the stage, and pointing to this guy. He's like, what is this? This is ridiculous. Like, so there you have it. Julia Louise Knife Fist. It was very cool. It was very, that's the shit, man. It was like the perfect, I don't know what to expect sort of situation going to see a show.
Yeah.
I
you for sharing
expect
that with me.
this. You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's yeah. You're welcome. Well,
All right, buddy. Wish me luck. Have a good 4th.
how do I get out of here now? There we go. Yeah, good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
Good luck indeed. We'll probably talk. Well, we might talk before the 4th. Our no fans are going to want to know how your sale closing day went.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Are you starting to
4th
feel
is
the blood
on-
pressure?
Dude, it's been, I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's been a long ramp up to this. In both cases, around the beginning of June is when I knew I was going to get, like, we had vendor of choice and we started the process of closing it out, which usually, like, best case takes 3 weeks, worst case takes 2 months. So, but it's just, there's so much waiting. There's so much waiting and scrutinizing and minutia. So I've been in this mode. I'm more thinking like, how am I going to ramp out of this? Right. But the nice thing is that now I'm taking Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week off. Right. I'm at my quota for the half, let alone the quarter, assuming this other deal comes in today. And then I've got 2 months before pad leave, where very little is going to be expected of me. So I'll have some time to downshift.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, keep the general pop updated. Hopefully it works.
We'll do.
All right, man.
All right. Later.
Peace.